Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, basketball season rolls on, and county titles are on the line in the pool and on the mat. In the Coach's Corner, we're joined by the man leading a top 10 wrestling program at Warren Central. Plus, our Athlete of the Week from Fishers is one of the top-ranked sophomores in the country.
No, this school never won a sectional, so hopefully this year, I want to get it this year. I want to win, and also win a state title.
We're throwing down an all-new Zone Extra right now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. Welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports action, full of basketball, wrestling, and swimming competition. In the Coach's Corner, he's the leader of a top 10 wrestling program at Warren Central. Warriors head coach Jake O'Neill is here in studio for a conversation. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is a Fishers sophomore, and already one of the top players in the state. We're introduced you to Jalen Harrelson, and we go on campus at UIndy tonight to catch up with the Greyhounds' leading scorer and a former basketball state champion at Warren Central, Jesse Bingham. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Last Friday was a great night of high school hoops action, including several rivalries across Central Indiana. At Fishers, the Tigers hosted Hamilton Southeastern in the Mudsock game. This was a close game with Fishers getting the 5-point win. In Hendricks County, it was Brownsburg visiting Avon. The Dogs bounced back from their only loss of the season with a 15-point win in this one. At North Central, the Panthers hosted Carmel. The Hounds established a lead and were able to hold off a late Panthers comeback for the 8-point win. And in a classic Mick rivalry, it was number 1, Ben Davis hosting Warren Central. The Giants remained perfect on the season with the 58-47 victory. Now let's take a look at this week's Class 4A boys basketball rankings. Number 1, the Giants of Ben Davis, number 1. Number 2, you got Penn, Cathedral 3, Homestead coming in 4, and Brownsburg rounding out the top 5 in 4A boys high school rankings. In girls basketball, it was a top 10 clash in the Mudsock game between third-ranked Hamilton Southeastern and number 5 Fishers. First quarter, Haley Smith coming up here, takes up the handoff here and buries the triple there. She had 25 points in this one. Move ahead to the fourth now. HSC down 2 with a minute to go. Tegan Akers here for 3. That's good. Gives the Royals a 1-point lead. Fishers responds though. Smith driving here, spins into the lane and gets it to go. Tigers back in front. 3 seconds to go. HSC can't get a shot off as Fishers finds a way to win this thriller. What a game. 49-48, the final.
After it went 0-0, I immediately dropped to the ground. I was like, dang, we just won Mudsock again for my 4th year. And immediately Olivia ran to me. We gave each other the biggest hug. And it was just a great moment with my team as well, just knowing like what we had coming into that game. We knew we were missing Olivia, so we knew we all had to step up. We take every conference game serious. And before conference games, we take serious as well. But knowing it's a rivalry and like we train with those people as well. So going into that game, we knew it's like high emotions, but we had to, stay calm, act like it was just another game.
Oh, man, what a win there for the Tigers. Meanwhile, here's a look at this week's girls basketball poll, and 4A that is. Number 1, South Bend, Washington. Number 2, the Eagles of Zionsville. Bedford North Lawrence third. Number 3, you got Fishers, the Tigers 4. And then you have HSC coming in ranked 5th there in the girls basketball Class 4A rankings. Okay, meanwhile, on the mat here tonight, wrestling season rolls on with a pair of county tournaments right here in Central Indiana. Saturday at Lawrence North, it was the Marion County Championship, and a good day for Perry Meridian as the Falcons win the team title, finishing 3 points ahead of runner-up Warren Central. Franklin Central was 3rd and Roncalli 4th. It was a special day for Roncalli senior Bryce Lowry, who for the 4th consecutive year was a county champion. He's only the 6th wrestler ever to accomplish that feat. Congrats to him. Meanwhile, at Greenwood, it was the Johnson County Championship on Saturday, and the day belonged to Center Grove. The 3rd-ranked Trojans win 11 of the 14 individual titles to claim the team championship. Center Grove's Nate Johnson was named the most outstanding wrestler of the meet. And in the pool last weekend was the Marion County Swimming and Diving Championships at the IUPUI Natatorium. And congrats to North Central as the Panthers win both the boys and girls titles. The Lawrence North boys and girls were both runners-up. And at Center Grove, well, the Trojans hosted the Johnson County Championship, and it was a good day for the hosts as they take home county honors on both the boys and girls sides. Congratulations to the Trojans tonight. And in football last week, the top individual award in the state was announced as Andrean senior Drake Bowen was named Indiana Mr. Football for 2022. Bowen, he helped lead the 59ers to the Class 2A title game this year, rushing for nearly 1,800 yards and 29 total touchdowns. Are you kidding me? On defense, he had 144 tackles, including 19 for loss and 5 sacks as well. He's going to play some college ball coming up for the Irish at Notre Dame. Congratulations to Drake, this year's Mr. Indiana football. All right, time for a break, folks. We have much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us. Up next is the Coach's Corner. He's leading a great wrestling program at Warren Central. Head coach Jake O'Neal is here in studio with us, and still ahead, he's only a sophomore and is already one of the top basketball players in the state. We'll introduce you to our athlete of the week from Fishers High School.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
All right, we're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. He's the man in charge of a top 10 wrestling program at Warren Central with a proud history on the mat as well. Please welcome the Zone Extra Warriors head wrestling coach Jake O'Neal with us tonight. Great seeing you as always, Coach.
Thanks.
And when you think of Warren Central, no doubt you think of their football program, but you also think about the job that you've been able to do and the guys before you as well, the wrestling program. Number one, how great has it been to lead this great program?
Awesome. I knew when I took this job a year and a half ago what kind of program I was taking over, and very blessed and excited to be able to be at the helm and have this opportunity.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to lead this program, but to know that you've got student athletes that are all in, they're bringing it every day because they want to keep the tradition alive, the success you had here on the mat, right?
It's so very true. The student athletes that we work with and either student body, administration, and the staff there at Warren Central are all behind the wrestling program. And like I said, we knew that coming in, and that's why they've been such a storied program, and it's been a good time.
Yeah, I want to ask you, we see the guys here working out and gearing up for the upcoming matches. What has it been like? How much joy have you had getting a chance to lead this program?
So much joy, so much pride. I came here last year and got to bring my daughter with me. And she was a senior last year. She graduated, and she had already won two state titles as a girl wrestler there in Indiana, and she got her win her third state title at Warren Central, and we were both welcomed with open arms, and she was part of helping grow that women's program there, and we're continuing to grow that girls program, and of course. The young men that are involved in the program there, the continued success with our state champion Kyrell Lavelle last year, and finishing 6th in the state was a fun run. Looking forward to doing it again. Yeah,
I want to ask you about the ladies in a moment, but let's talk about the boys first here, and give me your thoughts on what you see from the guys here on the mat. We know a runner-up finish in the county last weekend, ranked 9th in the state. There's no doubt you got talent there.
It was last Saturday was heartbreaking. I thought we were going to get it done, but Prairie Meridian is a very good program, and it was fun battling with them. Wish we would have got it done for these young men. They had gotten it done 3 times in a row before I got in there last year, and I thought we were going to have the opportunity to make it happen again this year, but fell 3 points short. But still, we had 7 in the finals, 5 champions.
Wow.
And so, it was a good showing, and it was a fun day.
What is so unique about this year's team on the boys' side, would you say, that you feel like can lead you guys, and who knows, maybe possibly come over with the state championship?
Sure. Personality, pride, charisma, everything that existed before I got here. And like I said, the support and love that administration, staff, and student body has for the wrestling program there really fuels the fire with these young men and their success, and looking forward to a good postseason too.
Yeah, so boys team, also the ladies team as well. You have 17 young ladies who are on a part of this wrestling program. That is in itself is unbelievable. What has been so great about getting a chance to coach these ladies here? You talk about your daughter played for you last year, wrestled for you. Now she's helping out the team as well. Yep. Man, you talk about a good time going to work, right?
Very proud, very proud, very fun. I've always loved this sport. The assistant coaches that I have are guys that I've worked with. Watched them growing up and have the same experience with the sport that I've had, and it's exactly why I do what I do, right? And to help provide these opportunities for these young men and ladies.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you what, this girls wrestling in Indiana is blowing up.
Yeah, do you feel like it's growing, like it's getting bigger and bigger?
Absolutely. Like, I feel like the numbers are going to double this year.
Wow.
And once the IHSAA decides to fully sanction it, I think that'll happen again. I think it'll double again. Like I said, the opportunities and the experiences and the people that the sport has put me around really makes me proud to have it available for the other half of the human race, right? So, I guess having my daughter involved kind of has a personal touch to it, but to experience what I've been experienced this past year or two, and watching these young ladies have the same experience from the sport that the young men have had, been pretty awesome.
That's great. Before we let you get out, I want to talk about the success of this program here. And we know it's had tremendous accolades when it comes to wrestling here in our great state. And before we wrap things up here, what is your message to your team as they continue to get things going and hopefully making a run here for the state finals coming up next year?
Hey, be proud of what we're doing. It's a tough sport. We put a lot of work into it. And just know that it's worth it. And we've got a lot of young men and women that are involved in the sport. Each one of them means something, and each one of them have a purpose. And that's what it's all about.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, all the best to you. Good luck to the Warriors, the boys, and the girls, and hope you get the job done, my friend, okay?
Thanks, AC.
All right, great seeing you. All right, we're going to take a time out. So to come here tonight on the Zone Extras, our athlete of the week. He's one of the top scorers in the state and only a sophomore. Up next, meet Jalen Harrelson of Fishers. Plus, we go on campus with former Warren Central star and currently UIndy Greyhound bound Jesse Bingham. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Back here on the Zone Extra tonight, Anthony Calhoun here with you. When it comes to basketball, the state of Indiana is known for producing great high school talent. And this year, one of the country's top sophomores can be found in Hamilton County. Jalen Harrelson of Fishers is one of the top scorers in the state at over 27 points per game. He's also rated as the top sophomore in the state and 10th nationally in the class of 2025, with several big-time college programs showing interest. While Harrelson says looking toward the future is exciting, he knows there are plenty of ways he can improve, and embracing the opportunity and challenge of trying to help his Fishers team reach new heights.
There's a lot of talent down here. It's a lot of competition, but just being ready for every night. The team's gonna get their best shot at you because we had a lot of success last year. This school never won a sectional, so hopefully this year I want to do that. This year I want to win, and also win a state title. This school never experienced a state title win. So, as a school, it'd be nice.
He's a great kid. From the time he's been here, he's kind of won over the school, the program. He's great with his teammates. He's coachable. From year one last year he came in, we had 7 seniors. So, I was pretty hard on him, coaching him to, live up to what we feel is our program standards, and he's, exceeded that and done that. He's always willing to take coaching, and he's always asking questions and wanting to improve.
I've been scoring a lot. That's a good thing. Yeah, I've been getting my teammates involved a lot and rebounding well. But just getting better defensively and just hitting shots more, hitting the three ball more, and getting more comfortable with my jump shot.
He's really starting to extend his range, and that's the biggest thing we're working on, being able to hit game shots in all situations. I think he's got range out to the volleyball line, so just really increasing that shooting ability to where he's such a knockdown shooter that they got to come out. At that point, I don't think there's a lot of people who can guard him off the dribbles.
Well, all the best to him. Exciting things coming his way, no doubt about that. Time for a break, but more coming your way tonight on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, it's the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here tonight. Now it's time to go on campus where we catch up with a former Central Indiana high school athlete as they compete at the collegiate level. This week, we head to UIndy with a former Warren Central basketball star and state champion. Jesse Bingham is a redshirt sophomore for the 10-2 Greyhounds and leads UIndy in scoring this season at over 15 points per game. While at Warren Central, he helped lead the Warriors to an undefeated season, a Class 4A state championship as a junior. His senior season, Bingham, he averaged 11.5 points and 5 rebounds and 3 assists and represented the Warriors as an Indiana All-Star. Bingham says that being able to play college ball so close to home is very special.
It means so much to me that my mom, dad, and sister and all my close family get to come. You have the opportunity to still watch me play as I watch me play on a consistent basis as I did in high school. And I tell a lot of people this that this is pretty much my whole life. This is all I've known pretty much. And it's been my home, and it's always been my home, and wouldn't trade it for anything else. I love the atmosphere, and it just even outside of just the location, just the group of guys we got, and just the team we have. We all have always embraced that family atmosphere, and they've given me a home inside my own home. So I'm just blessed.
You got to love that. All the best to him with the Greyhounds. All right, now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's the question this week. What is the best Christmas gift you remember receiving as a child?
Well, I think just the name of a gift is certainly also important. It was always special for my parents, our grandparents, or anybody. But I just happened to have a couple of my favorite gifts with me. And one was the electronic Mattel basketball game that I played with when I was a kid. And I still have it, and it still actually works. And the other one was the water basketball game. What kid wouldn't love playing water basketball as they grew up playing basketball in this state? And these were two of my favorites that I still have in my office to remind me of the great things I got as a child growing up from Christmas.
Oh, you got to love the water basketball game. How about that for the Commissioner? Don't forget, everybody, if you have any questions for the Commissioner, please submit them to us. You can tweet at me. You can email us here at Wish TV. And who knows, maybe your question may be on an upcoming show here on the Zone Extra. Merry Christmas to the Commissioner there. Now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from around the world of high school sports and here in Central Indiana. Plus, we tell you how your video can possibly be featured on a future show. But first, here's a look at this week's play. Guerin Catholic trailing Heritage Christian by 1 point in the final seconds. Take a look at the inbound play. The lob to Dylan Morans, who lays it off the glass for what would be the game-winning basket as the Golden Eagles get the win. Wow, unbelievable. Mr. Morans getting the job done. I'm sure his dad's very proud as well. Hey, don't forget, you can submit your questions to us. Besides the questions, that is, you can submit your videos to us here, right here on The Zone. Who knows, you may have the play of the week. All right, folks, hey, thank you so much for watching The Zone Extra. Happy holidays to you. We'll see you back here at the New Year. Good day.